each moment equanimously and experience the joy of peace. And if I knew what the future will bring, still I don't have to change anything. I'll greet this future equanimously and experience the joy of peace. Now there's nothing to do, stay with the two. There's nowhere to go, stay with the flow equanimously. This is the joy of peace. Babum sahasamabini Metta sayudantam Giri mekalam udita gora Sasena maram Dana didamma vidina Jita pamunindo Tam tejasa bhavatu te Jaya mangalani.
Good triumph over evil. With gentleness, overcome anger. With charity, overcome stinginess. With truth, overcome deceit. This the Buddha taught. When the Lord was stormed by Mara, challenged to a battle by Alavaka, and attacked by the ferocious elephant, Nalagiri, he subdued them all with his perfection of giving, patience, and all-embracing love. By the power of that spiritual glory, may joyous victory be yours.
With reverent hearts we bow before the Master's holy shrine. Peacefully we contemplate His countenance sublime. His sacred precepts we accept to guide us day by day. Thus follow we His footsteps and tread the eightfold way.
There's a tree with heart-shaped leaves, swing gently, softly in the breeze. In this peace, the Buddha found release there beneath the Bodhi tree. And beneath its cozy shade, I will fold my feet and meditate. of the forest, where the spring water flows, in search of nirvana, that is where I would go, watching life's little dramas with a calm repose, at the edge of the forest, that is where I would go. Let us practice the Dharma in a silent heart, worry not of the future, gently let go the past, sit in deep contemplation, in one-pointedness, and in that soft moment, there is just timelessness.
The answer isn't out there, it's not in the past or days to come. Ooh, disappear into the flow. Ooh, disappear and watch it go. It may be inconvenient to face my pain and stay calm. Ooh, disappear into the flow. Ooh, disappear and watch it go. Feel the pain, it changes slowly. My mind is kind. Now is the time. Just let it be. Feel the joy, it jumps so gently. My mind is kind. Now is the time. Just let it be.
Do you see the lotus flower standing straight and standing tall? Its vibrant colors reaching out to us as the rain heals with its showers and the sunshine sheds its warmth. The earth provides clean energy with love. And one day the flower will fall towards the ground and fade away. And so will our human body when it's reached its final day. We are all impermanent. Is it strange to really learn that the only constant truth is change? Living calm and peacefully, let the Dharma be the key till we see Nirvana's day, till we see Nirvana's day.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Metta Meditation hosted by BGF. My topic tonight is about a generous donor who had a mansion built for him in heaven, and this heaven is called Tavam Tisa Heaven, or the Heaven of the 33. Now, this story comes from the Dhammapada, verses 219 to 220. It is about a rich man by the name of Nandiya. He lived in Benares, or these days it's called Varanasi. It is a holy city on the banks of river Ganges. And being a very devout and wealthy man, he built the Mahavihara, or the big Vihara monastery, at the Deer Park in Saranath. And Saranath is located about 10 kilometers from Varanasi. And in fact, this November, I will be leading a group of pilgrims over to the northern part of India for a 14-day pilgrimage, and that is touching all the important places connected with the Buddha. So one of the places that we will be visiting is Saranath, very important. It's considered to be one of the 4 holy sites. Significance of Saranath was because the Buddha taught the first sermon in Saranath. The deer park is still there. The deers are protected animals in the deer in Saranath, and this is the edict that was given by kings in the past. So even up to today, deers are protected animals in Saranath. Now the verse about this Nandiya is 219 to 220. The Buddha mentioned that when a person has been absent for a long time and has now returned safely, and his kinsmen, his friends and well-wishers will rejoice when they see him coming from afar. In the same manner, when a person has performed meritorious deeds, and when he's gone from this world to the next world, he will be welcomed by his good deeds, like the way the kinsman will receive a dear one returning from a long journey. So when we perform good deeds, we have a rich pool of merits. We will be welcomed in the next world by these good deeds, by our good karma. So before I go into the story of Nandiya and what he did, let me just give a little background to the deer park at Saranath. Well, you know that the Buddha was enlightened at Bodh Gaya under the Bodhi tree at the age of 35. And after enlightenment, the master spent 7 weeks in the vicinity. All right, so around the area where he gained enlightenment, he spent 7 weeks. That's about 49 days. And after the 7 weeks, he decided to look for people who can benefit from his teachings. And after surveying around, he felt that the 5 ascetics who were associated with him and undergoing austere practices at Uruvela. Uruvela is where Bodh Gaya is located. So the ascetics were undergoing severe practices. And of course, the Bodhisattva, the Buddha to be, excelled in all these austere practices, so much so that he almost died. And so when the Buddha to be decided to take milk rice from a lady by the name of Sujata, the 5 ascetics were upset, and in fact they were almost, you could say, disgusted. They were saying, wow, there's this. He's supposed to be practicing all these austere practices to get moksha, to get liberation, and now he has taken the easy path. He's started taking food again. And the reason why the Buddha to be had to take the food, it was that is the food that actually sustained him when he sat under the Bodhi tree and gained enlightenment. For 7 days he sat under the Bodhi tree. So the food gave him that kind of nourishment. Without food, he almost actually drowned in the river because of extreme weakness for lack of food. Okay, so after gaining enlightenment, 7 weeks at Bodh Gaya, he decided to walk all the way to Benares, which is over 250 kilometers. So the master had to walk across forests, villages, and the vast countryside, even crossing rivers. And in order to reach the city of Benares, he had to cross River Ganges using a ferry. River Ganges is a huge river, a lot of water coming up from India, the northern part of India. So he had to make use of a ferry to get to Benares. Now, who were the 5 ascetics? I did mention about how they were renunciates. They were practicing with the Buddha to be at Uruvela, and they abandoned him when he ate milk rice offered by Sujata, who was the daughter of the village headman. And she did that because she went to under the tree, making a promise to the deity of the tree, saying that if she gave birth to a baby boy, she'll come and make some kind of offerings. So at that time, the Buddha to be, after almost being drowned at the river, he went to the tree and just sat under the tree. And he was so thin, and he almost looked non-human. So when Sujata's maid says that, the tree deva is already here. So Sujata very excitedly, she has prepared the milk rice, so she offered to the Buddha to be. Okay. So after the Buddha to be was abandoned by the 5 ascetics, so the Buddha to be sat under the Bodhi tree again and have enlightenment, the 5 ascetics had traveled all the way to Benares, which is a holy city, in order for them to continue their self-mortification practice. And so when the Buddha, after walking 250 kilometers, when he was approaching in the direction of the ascetics, and they saw him coming from afar, and they say, "Oh, see, who is coming here? Isn't that the Gautama? Let us ignore him. Let's ignore him when he comes here." But however, the Buddha, being enlightened, has a brilliant aura, and his face was radiant and was just irresistible. So when he approached closer to them, they stood up, offered him a seat, showed him respect, but they keep on referring to him as friend. And the Buddha had to correct them 3 times to say that it is not proper to refer to him as a friend, because the Buddha is now fully enlightened and is ready to teach them the liberating Dhamma. So this was really the start of the rainy season in northern India. See, India has 3 seasons. Towards the end of the year is the rainy season, so it rains for 3 months. The rainy season is after the hot season. After the hot season is the cold season. So we're going on a pilgrimage in the cold season. So rainy season is still on now, yeah, during the Vasa. So before teaching them a sermon, the Buddha has asked the ascetics to go out for some alms food, to collect food, so that they can eat the food and they don't listen to the Dhamma with empty stomachs. When your stomach is making a lot of noise, it's not so easy to listen to the Dhamma. So the Buddha was practical. He says, go and get some food, and after you have eaten, then I'll teach you the Dhamma. So that was the first sermon that the Buddha taught to the 5 ascetics. It's called Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta. It means setting in motion the wheel of Dhamma, all right? And so this was on a full moon of the start of the rainy season. And now the start of Vasa is also on a full moon of the rainy season, where monastics go for a 3 months retreat. Now, this is a very important sermon. The first sermon that was taught to the 5 ascetics, the Buddha introduced the concept of what we call a middle path in our spiritual practice. Don't go to extremes of too much luxury or too much asceticism. And he also introduced the idea of the 4 Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. So this is the path for a person to work out their spiritual liberation. And in fact, the 4 Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path remain the main substance, the core of the Buddha's teachings for the next 45 years of his mission. This was an earth-shaking sermon that the ascetics were the first to listen to. And among the ascetics, Kondanya, which is the oldest, he he was said to have attained the first stage of sainthood when he listened to the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. But for the rest, even for all the monks, they attained arahantship when the Buddha taught a later sermon. This is called the Anatta Lakkhana Sutta, or Discourse on Non-Self. So during this rainy season retreat at Saranath, 55 monks joined the 5 monks, and they comprise Yasa. Yasa was the son of a millionaire, and his 54 friends. So all of them became monks. So at the end of the rainy retreat, how many arahants were there? There were 61 arahants. Why 61? Because there were 60 monks who were arahants plus the Buddha who was also an arahant. So there were 61 arahants. And in order to mark the spot where the first sermon was taught, Emperor Ashoka visited Saranath and built a stupa. So it was a huge stupa, but unfortunately the stupa itself was being torn down in the 18th century for them to get the bricks, because stupa uses a lot of bricks, to collect the bricks in order to build a marketplace in Varanasi. So the whole stupa, if you go to Saranath, whole stupa, it becomes flat, it becomes like a disc on the ground. But that was the spot where the first sermon was taught, all right? And beside this stupa, which is called Dhamma Rajika Stupa, where the first sermon was taught, Ashoka also had a pillar with 4 lion heads, and there's a signifying the Buddha. The Buddha was compared to the lion. It's like a lion roar in the 4 directions, and that is proclaiming the Dhamma in the 4 cardinal directions. And also in Saranath, there's the most beautiful Buddha statue in the teaching posture, which is now exhibited in the Saranath Museum. So when you go to Saranath, you should really look at this beautiful statue, very famous statue. But avoid going to Saranath on Monday, because Monday the museum is closed. At other days, you're okay. Now let me return back to the story of Nandiya, who lived during the Buddha's time. So Nandiya was a rich man from Benares, and he was very inspired by the Buddha's discourse on the great benefits that accrue to people when they build monasteries for bhikkhus, because the Buddha also encouraged people to support the building of monasteries. So Nandiya was inspired by this teaching, and because he was also living, because Varanasi is very close to Saranath, so he built great monasteries for the monk in Saranath, and this building was fully furnished and offered to the Buddha. As a result of this great merit, mention appeared in the Tavatimsa Deva world in preparation for Nandiya. When Nandiya passed away, he will have a mention in Tavatimsa Deva world. So this is according to the commentary of the Dhammapada verse. How do we know that about this mention in Tavatimsa that was prepared for Nandiya? Actually, the Buddha had 2 great disciples, or chief disciples. One is Sariputta, who is famous for his wisdom. The second is Venerable Moggallana, who is famous for his psychic power. So Venerable Moggallana has a way of moving through the different world systems. Very easy for him. He just used his psychic power, and he visited Tavatimsa heaven. And when he was at the Tavatimsa heaven, he saw there was a huge mansion that was reserved for Nandiya. All right, Nandiya, who has built the great vihara in Saranath. So upon his return from the Tavatimsa Deva world, Moggallana reported this matter to the Buddha, and the Buddha commented that the Devas wait for the arrival of those who are good and generous people. It's like the return of relatives who have been absent. Like, if you have children overseas, you got people who are very close to you who have been away for a long time, and when they come back, and you get very excited, you receive them, you welcome them, right? So the Buddha says that when the good ones pass away, they are welcomed joyously in the world of the Devas. So you see, according to the commentary, Nandiya, after living a long life of generous living, giving alms and supporting the Sangha, was reborn in the Tavantimsa Deva world after his death. So maybe from this story we can take inspiration that as practitioners of the Dharma, as practitioners of the loving kindness meditation, we should also practice the virtue of giving. It is a very important virtue of giving charity, giving donations, giving support. And actually we have many opportunities for us to practice this virtue of generosity. Generosity is the start of us building up our virtues, actually. Dana and chaga, which is liberality. You can support actually building places for religious learning and practice, like monasteries. There are a couple of monasteries that's coming up in Klang Valley. You can actually support them. Or if you like, you can even like to support BGF, So BGF has contributed to the Buddhist community in this country for the last 37 years. And so if you see that BGF is a worthy recipient of donations, please also come and support. But of course, you're not limited to giving to BGF, because there are other projects within the Buddhist community that you can support as well. You can also support the homes for the aged and handicapped. All this will be great act of merits. Right? Now, if we have the psychic power of Moggallana, you'll probably be able to see some beautiful mansions that have sprung up in the heavens in preparation for people who perform meritorious actions. All right, so if they are thinking with the destination of being reborn in the Deva worlds, in the heavenly worlds, and because of the act of great merit, they will have mansions built for them in the heavens. All right, so that is just a brief remarks about Nandiya and his heavily mentioned in Tavantimsa heaven. So now we will proceed with our metta meditation. Of course, when you practice metta meditation, you sit in a comfortable position. It could either be a chair or a cushion. Be aware with your breathing. Connect yourself with the breathing and feel comfortable, and bring to mind the people that you like to share your loving thoughts tonight. The way we practice metta is first we fill ourselves with loving kindness, so that we can actually be a source of love and kindness. It is important to prepare the ground which is going to be the source of love and kindness. Before you can radiate loving kindness, you send metta to yourself in order to pacify yourself, to make yourself calm and peaceful, and to develop. When you start meditating on metta, you're actually purifying your mind. Instead of anger and distress, it is now your mind is being purified with love, with kindness. And after your mind is ready with love and kindness, and then this is the moment when you can start radiating thoughts of loving kindness to others. In our practice, we make use of 4 wishes that we radiate, that we make wishes to others. When you make these wishes, embrace yourself with love and kindness. Whisper to yourself these wishes and feel the loving wishes inside. Okay, so the first wish is, may my heart be peaceful and free. Think of how you would like to be protected and to be peaceful, to be free. The second wish is, may my mind be happy. All right, may I be happy. Think about being contented and complete. No more running after something, having a sense of deprivation or that you lack something. The third wish is about good health. May this body be healthy. Think about good health to whatever degree possible. And the fourth wish is, may I be well and happy. So this is the formula that we make use of. 4 wishes of loving kindness that we rotate, so that in your meditation you don't have to think, what wish should I be saying right now? You have these 4 wishes which you could immediately make use of. But if you're new to this method of meditation, then you don't have to say all the 4 wishes, because there might be a bit too many. You can choose one wish. For instance, you could say, may I be well, may I be happy. and use that as a starting point. Later on, then you can build on with the other wishes when you become more comfortable with this practice. Say these words gently at your own pace, and it is like you're whispering inside. And inside you, you're hearing, feeling the full meaning of these words, sensing and affirming. Yes, you include yourself in the positive energy of metta. You have to fill yourself with loving kindness. And then from that, you send out your loving thoughts to others. If your mind happens to be wandering or getting sluggish, don't be distressed, because this is the natural tendency of the mind. When you do loving kindness meditation, mind becomes very peaceful. And the mind itself is it's like a monkey mind. The mind is unsettled. And when it starts meditating, that's when the mind starts wandering or getting sluggish or getting irritated. So just notice what is going on in the mind. Maybe if your meditation is losing energy or if your mind is restless, just be aware of what is really happening in the mind. So take note of the mental state at that time and return back to your loving wishes. So you include yourself in the field of loving kindness when you send loving kindness to yourself and to others. If your mind has strayed, take it easy. Say it to yourself, no problem. This is what the mind likes to do, right? So there is no need to be upset or self-critical. It's the nature of the mind. Especially if you're a beginner, the mind will definitely stray. Yeah? And it takes you quite a while for the mind to settle down. I have myself just come back from a retreat, and I know how many days it takes for the mind to really come down and to be peaceful before you can go into deeper meditation. So just have patience with yourself, and then the moment even your mind has strayed, when you come back to your wishes, if you cannot remember what was the last wish you made, start from number one. May my heart be peaceful and free. Okay, so you go on that kind of sequence. Just like we have good wishes for ourselves, we make the same wishes for others. And this is the way we cultivate loving kindness. Don't worry if others are in a position to receive your metta or not, if you're starting. Most importantly is to cultivate the metta within your own mind, right? And when the metta starts gathering force, then it is possible for others also to be able to sense your metta. So if you're sending loving kindness to people, it is important for you to arouse joy within the mind, because joy is an important condition to develop a mind free of anger and ill will. How do you arouse joy? You do this by reflecting over the qualities of the people whom you're sending metta to. If you're sending metta to your parents, reflect on the love, on the sacrifice they have made in order to make you comfortable and happy, their kindness for you from the moment you're born, and they have never stopped loving you. So when you reflect on their virtues and qualities, the metta wishes that you make will become full of meaning, and they're not just empty words that you recite repeatedly. So you need to connect your heart with joy when you do metta. All right? All right, so if you're ready right now, what we'll do is I'll ring the bell, and we start off by watching the breath for a little bit in order to calm down the mind, and we proceed to the practice of inner smile, that is touching different parts of our body with the loving thoughts of metta. You smile at the different parts of the body, that's okay. Just metta to your different organs or the different cells that make up your body. So it becomes very tactile. When you think about maybe your forehead, you can in fact feel the sensations in your forehead. And when you're alert to the sensations of your forehead, you just smile in your forehead. So you get connected. It brings your mind to the present moment. So as you go to different parts of their body, you're just anchoring your mind to the present moment. And later on, when you do this, you'll feel a sense of relaxation. the body becomes very relaxed, completely deep inside. And so this becomes the starting point for us to proceed with our loving kindness meditation. All right, so I'll ring the bell and we get started. Gently close your eyes and just be aware of your breath. Maybe you like to begin by having a few deep breaths, and as you do, you have a feeling of calmness, of contentment. There's really nothing that you require right now except to dedicate yourself to the practice of love and kindness. And now we proceed to the practice of the inner smile. A smile is healing at a part of the organ where you place your attention. Just smile and bless the organ or the different parts of your body with love and kindness. Now let us start off from the crown of our head. Just put your attention on the very top part of your head. Let the smiling energy accumulate there. Can you feel maybe some sensations at your crown? Put a smile at the very top of your head. They say that it's like having a 1,000-petaled lotus at the very top of your head. Now, you bring the smiling energy to your forehead. Just be aware of your forehead. Can you feel your forehead? Putting a smile on your forehead. Now, your smiling energy accumulating between your eyebrows. Your eyes, bring smiles to your eyes. Bring smiles down your face, down to your neck, feeling a sense of relaxation. At the base of your neck is your thyroid gland. Put a smile at your thyroid gland. And as you go lower down in your chest, between the lungs and between the breastbone is what they call the thymus gland. This is just in front and above your heart. It is the thymus gland that makes white blood corpuscles, which is important for your immune system. Putting a smile at your thymus gland. May your immune system be strong. Now just be aware of your heart. Let the healing energy, the smiling energy flow into your heart. Open up your heart, relax your heart, letting go of the tensions that are stored there. Now be aware of your lungs, radiating the love from your heart to your lungs. Feel the lungs breathe in easily. Have gratitude to your heart and lungs for keeping you alive from day to day, from moment to moment. And now moving slightly lower down, just below your breastbone is your solar plexus. Solar plexus is really the energy center. It's almost like your second heart. It tends to experience negative energies very intensely. For instance, when there's anger, jealousy, frustration, the solar plexus will really get tense up. So can you put a smile on your solar plexus, relaxing in your solar plexus. Now, just at the back, be aware of your kidneys. Your kidneys is on both sides of your spinal cord. Putting a smile to your kidneys. Are your kidneys smiling now? And from your kidneys to your urinary system, to your bladder, urinary system, put smiles, bless them. On the right side of your body is your liver. So just a smile for your liver. Liver helps to clear your body of toxic substances. Soften your liver with a smile and wish that may the liver be healthy and strong. On the left side of your body, just below your rib cage, is your spleen and pancreas. A smile for your spleen and pancreas, blessing the organs so that they keep you healthy and strong. A spleen fights germs in the blood and controls the level of blood cells, filters the blood, whereas the pancreas helps you to digest your food, transforming your sugar from your food into energy. So smile at your pancreas, smile at your spleen. A smile for your stomach and intestines. It's part of your digestive system. So they work with other organs to help you absorb nutrition from your food to your body. So what we have done is to be more aware of the body, and we bring smiles and relaxation to the body from inside. Now let us return back to our breath. This time, spending a little bit more time watching the breath. So putting your attention at the tip of your nostril. That is, if your breath is prominent there, then you can put your attention there. Otherwise, you could also experience your breath around your throat area or your chest or in your abdomen, wherever the breath is most prominent. But the tip of the nostril is quite a good place, although you should not like over focus. Just be aware of the breath, like the way you're observing the waves come and go as you sit on the beach. So we are breathing in and out all the time. Just be aware of your breathing. And in order to prevent the mind from straying too much, sometimes it is helpful to do some counting, especially at the start of our meditation. So as you breathe in and out, you say 1. As you breathe in and out, you say 2. And you count after 10. And upon reaching number 10, you return back to number 1. Okay? So now let us just watch our breath. Now let us proceed, sending loving kindness first to ourselves, our source, ourself, to which is to be the source of loving kindness. So we make use of these wishes. Embrace yourself with loving kindness. Whisper to yourself the wishes and feel the loving wishes inside. The first wish, may my heart be peaceful and free. May my heart be peaceful and free. Second wish, may my mind be happy. May I be happy. May my mind be happy. Third wish, may my body be healthy. May I be healthy. May I be well and happy. May I be well and happy. May my heart be peaceful and free. May my mind be happy. May my body be healthy. May I be well and happy. And now we start sending loving kindness to others. There are different categories of people whom we like to send loving kindness to. The first group of people who are people who has given us so much. They are our benefactors. So here you think about your parents, your grandparents, your teachers, especially your Dharma teachers, and your mentors. So think about their qualities and sincerely make wishes of loving kindness to them. So if there's any loving kindness to your mother, just think about the qualities of your mother, how she has protected you, taught you in so many things as you grew up, looked after you, cared for you. And now you would just like to make wishes of loving kindness to your mother. It is as if your mother is just seated in front of you and she's in a good frame of mind. And you say to her, Mother, may your heart be peaceful and free. May your mind be happy. May your body be healthy. May you be well and happy wherever you are, Mother. May you be well and happy. And in the same manner, you will send loving kindness to your father, to your grandparents, your teachers, your mentors. now sending your loving kindness to the second group of people, your immediate family members. So you send loving kindness to your spouse, to your children, to your grandchildren, to your siblings, brothers and sisters. If you don't have an immediate family of your own, you could just send the loving kindness to your brothers and sisters, to your nephews and nieces. All right, so let us now make use of the 4 wishes of loving kindness, and we send metta, wishes of metta, to our immediate family members. And now we extend our loving kindness a bit more by sending love and kindness to beings in different directions. Because that's the idea of metta, to go beyond the people we are comfortable with, to send loving kindness to all beings, even those which are indifferent to us. So now let's send our loving kindness to all the beings in the forward direction. All the beings in the forward direction. May your heart be peaceful and free. May your mind be happy. May your body be healthy. May you be well and happy. Beings in the rightward direction. Beings in the backward direction. Beings in the leftward direction. Beings in the upward direction. And beings in the downward direction. sending loving kindness in all directions. So now is the time for prayers. Let us pray for the following persons for their smooth recovery. For the OCT who have just completed a surgery on his back at UMSC last evening. We pray that may he have a quick recovery from the surgery. Mrs. Yu Chi Wing, who had a lung operation to remove a lung tumor. We pray for his recovery as well. Brother Lim Kui Fong, the man behind Norbu, the AI for Buddhism and the Buddhist channel. Brother Alex Yu, a volunteer at the Gem Helpline, diagnosed with leukemia. Mrs. Wen Yi, daughter of Shireen, who has been suffering from cancer and undergoing cycles of chemotherapy. Madam Nilufan Niyazova from Uzbekistan, undergoing cancer treatment. Madam Lo Lian Ki, who suffered a stroke. Madam Tan Swat Bi, early stage of colon cancer. Sister Ku Ju Sian, who has been in and out of the ICU, praying for the stabilization of her health condition. Madam Wei Ailian, Mr. Tan Chu Huang, Sister Lim Ai Mei and her daughter, Sister Joy Lam, Brother Alan Tan, and Mr. Chu Lai Chu. We pray that may the people in this list respond well to their treatment and have a speedy recovery. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sadasoti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sadasoti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakantu sabba devata sabba sanganubhavena sadasoti bhavantu te. Focus the peace and quietness inside your mind, and let us share merits with the devas, your guardian deities and protectors, so that they may rejoice in the merits and continue to guide and protect you and your loved ones. Ita vatacha amehi sampadam punya sampadam sabideva sabisata sabibhuta anumodantu sabasampati siddhya. Let us transfer merits for our departed relatives and friends. May this merit have to bring them relief and happiness wherever they are. Idang me nyatinang hotu sukhita hontu nyatayo. Idang me nyatinang hotu sukhita hontu nyatayo. Idang me nyatinang hotu sukhita hontu nyatayo. Let us make some aspirations by the grace of these merits that we have accumulated. May we not follow the way of the foolish. May we be blessed with wise friends and skillful teachers. May we always remain on the path of Dhamma wherever we are until our final salvation. Imena punya kamena mami bala samagamu Satang samagamo hotu yavanibana patiya. Let us make a closing invocation. O Buddha, my spiritual master and refuge, I seek your blessings, guidance, and protection. The Dhamma, holy saints and spiritual teachers, bodhisattvas, Dhamma protectors and devas, thank you for the blessings, guidance, and protection. May the Buddha be at my head, Dhamma in my heart, Sangha by my side, to guide and protect me always. And now, to make some announcements of some upcoming activities. The first is the graduation ceremony of the 34th Effective Speaking course, and the ceremony will be held on the 18th of October at between 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. on level 2 of the BGF Center. So the participants who have gone through this course will be they'll be competing with one another with a prepared speech. And please come so that you will not only witness the remarkable transformation amongst the participants, but you will also be given a chance to vote. So the voting is done by the audience. We don't have any judges. Audience are the judge, and you have to pick the 3 people whom you think perform best of all in the evening. All right. So Saturday 18th, 7 to 10 p.m. at BGS Center. Please come and support the event. Maybe you yourself might be inspired, or you might be inspired enough to ask somebody else to join for next year's program, the ESC program that was run in BGF. The second talk at Sunday at BGF by Brother Billy Tan on the topic Buddha Dharma for Mental Health. This will be held on the 26th of October and at the BGF Center between 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Brother Billy Tan is a retired Six Sigma business development consultant and a professional trainer. Now we have a few retreats coming up. One is the BGF Year-End Retreat 2025 with Bante Rahula, who is a Mexican. He comes from Mexico. And the retreat was held on the 30th of October to the 5th of November. This will be a 7-day non-residential retreat. Venue is at BGF Center, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay. The theme of the retreat is Inner Confidence for a Life of Freedom. Venerable Rahula is an excellent speaker, very humorous and very inspiring. And then we have a very important program for BGF. You know, at the ends of the Rains Retreat, it is traditional for us, the people from the laity, lay people, to offer robes to the monks. So BGF is organizing the robe offering ceremony and the Sangika Dana on Saturday, 8th of November, starting at 9 a.m. And we'll be inviting monks to come to participate in this ceremony, and also for the Sangika Dana, that is the food given to the monks. So we invite you to support this program, which is important for you to make merits. Robe offering ceremony is a way of making merits, and also an important way of supporting the funding of BGF. And we need your support to help us cover the expenses involved in running a vibrant Buddhist center where our annual expenses always exceed the income we receive. So there's always a deficit. So the donations that you make down there helps to narrow the deficit. Yeah? It is important for us to support. If you think BGF is doing a good job in spreading the Dharma, in doing this job done by volunteers, then we should be prepared to give support, right? Sponsorship comes in 2 packages. One is what you call the platinum sponsor, which is 880 ringgit, which includes robes and requisites. And the second package is just to offer robes only, which comes at 120 ringgit. We welcome donations of any amount for Sangika Dana. Bante Dr. Dhammapala from Malacca will give a talk and to lead in the chanting of the Maha Samaya Sutta. Another retreat by Venerable Jyotika, a nun who actually came from our ranks. He came from BGF. She has been a member of BGF, but now a practicing nun in Australia, in Perth. Her retreat is Dharma in Daily Life Immersion. This is between 14 to 16 of November. It'll be a 3-day non-residential program between 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the BGF Center. And there is one more. Free Start Vipassana Weekend Retreat with Brother Jeff Oliver on Saturday, 6th December to Sunday, 7th December. So this is just a weekend, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. venue BGF Center. And this is a blend between the practical mindfulness and meditation techniques. Also non-residential retreat. Brother Jeff Oliver had been a Buddhist monk between 1993 to the year 2002. He's also an international mindfulness meditation teacher, speaker, author, and spiritual advisor. Now, the program that we are running at BGF Center, that's for Gem Kids and Gem Teens program for 2026, is now open for registration. Through the Gem Kids and Gem Teens program, children and youth engage in meaningful learning experiences that blend fun, creativity, and mindful exploration. The classes are held twice a month and they coincide with Sunday at BGF. All right. So registration for this Sunday program for children between the ages of 5 to 17 is now open up to the 11th of January. So this program is open to children whose parents or guardians are members of BGF. So please tell other people, your friends, your relatives who have children living around the vicinity of BGF to register their children so that they get some good moral foundation when at this young age. Now, some regular activities. We have the offering of food, dana food at the Gems Relic Super. As you know, there are Buddha relics in the 3rd floor. So we offer dana as if the Buddha is in the center itself. If you are interested to do the offering, please contact the office administrator, Brother Richard. Second is a guided group meditation. This is held on every Sunday. There will be a group discussion and meditation. And another one is if you like to do guided group Metta meditation, this will be held on Wednesday morning at BGF Center. Morning is 10:15 to 11:15, and the guidance is through recordings. Gem Dharma e-learning, we have lessons and values from the Doctrine of Karma, which is still ongoing. And Buddhist pilgrimage series has actually ended. This was held on Tuesdays. And from this online course, there were many people registered for this course. And now 50 people from this course have indicated interest to go for next year's pilgrimage. We have about 50 people already booking for next year. They are interested to join the pilgrimage. Okay. We will take actually 2 coaches is what we can handle. Yeah. So maybe a little bit more registration. We will be full. Leadership inspired by the Buddha. This is a Zoom class on Tuesdays evening, facilitated by Brother Benny Liao. And in terms of health, we have Hatha Yoga course, which is held on Monday morning, 8 to 9:30 a.m. Gem Yoga Stick in Alignment by Grace Lee every Tuesday, 8 to 9:30. Gem Fitness Program. This is a program based on the New Zealand, originate from University of Otago. This will be every Tuesday, 11 a.m. to 12:30. So those who could not get to the Grace Lee's class in the morning, you could go slightly later, 11 to 12:30, to improve strength and balance. These are important exercises. Gem's Cardio Yoga. This is a popular course on Saturdays, 8:30 to 9:30. All right. And besides that, we have got the Gem Helpline, which is counseling service, Monday to Friday, 2 to 4 p.m., 7:30 to 9:30. Buddhist music by the iGems on major streaming platform, and BGF YouTube channels. So please subscribe to our channel where you can get content that we have posted on YouTube. So we'd like to thank you for your generous support. especially people for the, we are seeing good contributions or donations from people who had undergone the e-learning. They already appreciate it very much because the course is free of charge, and the participants will come from anywhere around the world. So they're making some donations, and this is useful to help us, BGF, to defray our expenses and to keep us going as a center. So what you have learned tonight is the practice of loving kindness, to cultivate and nurture feelings of unconditional kindness and love towards yourself and others. We make use of 4 wishes. And so I pray for your emotional, your mental and physical well-being. May you and your loved ones all be blessed with good health and strength. In your aspiration, may the merits you have generated pave the way for you to grow in Dhamma, for you to help to purify your mind, and cultivate virtues like generosity, kindness, wisdom. If you face with obstacles, may you overcome your obstacles quickly. And please make good use of your life, and you succeed in your undertakings, fulfill your worldly duties, and to develop wisdom and insight into the Dhamma that will help you achieve liberation and from the cycle of birth and death. So with that, good night.